Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video. It's much different than the video I just posted before. You know, I'm doing all this Jason stuff. But there's some other stuff that I do just besides Jason, you know. I can use some reaction videos, some gameplay videos. I have my laptop. I was going to use my laptop for this, but I just noticed I can use D recorder here. Let me make my camera a little smaller. But today we are going to be reacting to 14 Horror Stories animated by the one and only Llama Arts, true legend. I want you guys to go subscribe to him. Her, I don't know, him or her, either one. So someone does the talking into these story things, but Llama Arts animates them. He makes them good. I'll do this video in parts, and I'll make a playlist for it. And not just this video. They have a whole a ton of videos of the scary animated stories, and I wanna react to them all. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Toyota Camry. Start with mine. Thing is getting all dark. Okay.
I haven't heard this in a while. For my son for his 18th birthday. I was searching.
One quick thing. Sorry if the audio is really quiet with the video we're watching. You know, I guess you can turn it up, but you're gonna hear me talking. But yeah, I have to listen to it loudly though.
Websites, Cars.com, eBay Motors, they were all overpriced as expected. Craigslist was the only place to find an actual deal. About a week into my search, I found an 03 Toyota Camry. It had 67,000 miles, no accidents, no damage, and good condition for only $3,500. This seems like a steal for such a reliable car with such low mileage. The seller lived about 10 miles from me, which was a reasonable drive when looking for a car. I gave him a call to set up a time to come check it out. The man sounded normal on the phone. He assured me that there were absolutely no problems.
That dude is shady. Oh my god.
He introduced himself as Bob.
He has like a gold tooth.
$3,500 in cash, even though I planned on wiggling down the price as much as possible.
You brought the exact same amount. I don't know if I do that. I think I've been a little bit more than that.
It was a tiny little house with a decent-sized property, only because I was a bit far from the nearest neighbors. The garage was open, so I walked over to see if anybody was inside, but except for an unusual amount of car parts, it was empty.
That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. A usual amount of car parts.
I went over to the front door to check the house numbers. It was the right address.
24.
The doorbell button was missing, so I knocked on the front
door. What if house addresses aren't
I
like
knocked
that?
for exactly 5
two
minutes
numbers
before deciding to give the man a call. So I dialed his number, and I heard the sound of a cell phone ringing from inside the house. I was extremely confused at this point.
Now you know it's his house.
I didn't understand
Definitely his house.
If he was home, why he wasn't answering. I decided I had to take a peek through one of the windows to see if anybody was inside.
Why?
Peering through the glass, I couldn't really see much as it was pretty dark inside the house.
That's one of the worst things to do.
I saw a very old-fashioned dining room set, but across from that,
abducted or something.
I saw somebody standing at the back door of the house, staring outside.
Nope. He doesn't look like he's staring outside. It looks like he's staring out the window.
So I knocked on the window, but he didn't even move. There was no gate or anything to the backyard.
It's such a weird-looking house. It's so tiny, also. I have some of those houses in my neighborhood that are really tiny.
I didn't understand.
Like the upstairs, like 1 centimeter tall.
When I got to the back door, I made a shocking realization. The figure standing by the door was a taxidermied human being. I ran straight back the way I came and back to my
freaky.
car. I looked up one last time before driving off. The blinds to the window I had peeked into had been shut, but I could see 2 of the blinds bent open. Somebody was at that window watching me. You can probably guess I had the gas pedal to the floor the whole way home.
I bet you did.
The whole situation still makes no sense. All the car parts, the fact that there was no Toyota Camry, the taxidermied human being, the fact that there was no car there leads me to believe that whoever that man was wasn't planning on selling me anything. And that also leads to the disturbing thought that I was very close to becoming a lifeless statue staring out that man's back door.
So you're not going to do anything about it? Oh, jeez. You're not gonna do anything about that? Call the police or something. Just let him do what he wants. Killing people. That's not a good idea. Don't let him do what he wants. Ooh, nope, not really looking
I was on
forward to this
tour
one.
trying to find
you know
some
what I mean.
really deep websites. I was in a chat room where people normally shared links to deeper websites and weird pictures and videos.
Ah,
jeez.
jeez.
Pornography. Some guy named Vintage Triple X posted
I wish
a
I could
link
get rid of that.
without describing what it was. I clicked on it, and it took me to a black screen where a big video box eventually popped up with a play button. The video thumbnail was a dark room, only lit by a TV screen.
Ooh, that's not.
Out of curiosity, I clicked play. I began to hear the sound of TV static in the background as lines of static slowly swam down the video screen.
Jeez.
There was no seek bar on this video.
Ellipse alert. Oh
And
my
I noticed
gosh.
something slowly begin to
Okay.
emerge from behind the wall.
Okay,
There was
ellipse
a
alert.
figure dressed in all black with some kind of black mask on as well.
Just stepped up. That's weird.
I started to suspect it was a jump scare video, and I thought I was right when the figure leaped out and ran to the screen in less than a second. It still got me, even though I was expecting it. But then
None
it
of
got
that
strange.
scary, a
The
scared
person had
expression.
their
Like
face in front of
he's
the
like,
screen, slowly moving around as if he could see me, was observing me. Then I heard a crackling, demonic voice say something. It came from the video. It repeated itself, and I could make the phrase out to be, "Ask you something." I was really confused. I tried typing something, but there was nowhere to enter text. Then he said, "No, not the keyboard. Say something." I felt my heart punch the inside of my chest as he said this. I opened my mouth and mumbled the words.
how does he know that he's trying
"You
to
can hear me?"
type?
It responded with, "Yes."
Okay, even if it responded with anything, like as soon as after I said you can hear me, if it responded with anything, I would still be freaked out. I think I won't even get into this stuff. That's terrible. That's what you get for going on the deep web.
I thought it was a video.
Don't ever go on the deep web.
It
It's
didn't do anything.
not very good.
He said,
It's terrible.
"Don't try to leave. I want to
It's where the
talk."
dark side of the world, where the
I
dark
moved
side of
mouse
the
to
world
exit
lives.
button, but the mouse was frozen. In fact, none of the keys were responding on my keyboard. There was a long moment of silence
Hacker.
before my webcam began flashing.
100% hacker,
My
definitely.
face popped up on the screen.
Oh my gosh, how would he be able to do
"There,
that?
I got a picture of you now. Now just hang on while I get your address, and then we can meet." I started to panic, smashing every key on the keyboard, spazzing the mouse. But
That
it
is a
did nothing.
giant laptop.
I had my finger on the power button, but it also didn't do anything. The computer wouldn't turn off.
Oh, he's screwed.
The voice was saying crazy things like, "You're stuck here. I will find you. Don't
And I will
even
kill
bother."
you. Ah, come on.
I snatched the
Ruined
screwdriver
Liam
sitting on my
Neeson's
desk,
line.
unscrewed the 4 screws on the bottom of my laptop, and took out the battery. The computer finally turned off. I was gasping for air as if I just ran a marathon. My heart was pounding 5 times as fast as it should have.
I don't know how many
I
times
have since left
I've
my
had
laptop
that
off
type
after
of
that.
like
I've resorted to using my
scary
desktop
feel
as
on my,
main computer.
you know,
Sure,
it
by
felt
now
like I
nothing
just
will happen.
ran for
He definitely didn't have enough time
10
to get my address.
years.
It was very common for me to be home alone at night, as I only lived with my dad. His shifts would constantly shift from days to nights. This happened around the time my dad was doing night shifts. I would stay up really late on these nights watching movies.
That's the most
It's always taken
depressing
me a long
bed
time
ever.
to fall asleep, so after turning off the TV to go to sleep, I probably laid there for a good half hour.
That's like an air mattress.
I heard a toy fall over in my toy closet. It was nothing too suspicious, but it still creeped me out. But then the doorknob to my closet started to wiggle, until finally unlocking the door.
Nope. This is every kid's worst nightmare.
Sound. It was strangely quiet for a good 2 minutes, so I finally peeked my head out of the covers. There was a figure standing next to my bed, looking down at me. I screamed at the top of my lungs and began hugging the wall behind me. The figure looked out the window and then just walked away out of the room. I stayed in that position for like an hour before checking if he was really gone. The front door was left wide open, so it seemed he had left.
Who would? Definitely didn't. Teenage
The story's from the
stalker?
point of view of a 16-year-old girl.
Okay.
I used to have a boy living next door to me that was obsessed with me. His name was Joey. Every time I would go outside, Joey would come outside as well, as if he were watching me through his windows, waiting for me. He was 17 and very weird. He didn't seem to have any friends, as he was always home. I tried to give every sign possible that I didn't like this guy, but he wouldn't get the message. So I had to finally just tell him one day that I don't like him and to leave me alone. The look on his face that day is something that won't forget. It was the kind of angry look a toddler gives their parents when they can't have a toy. Coming from a 17-year-old, that's much more disturbing. One night, my parents left me to watch the house.
Doesn't look very
I was working on a school project.
imitating.
I felt my bed shift a little bit.
Imitating?
I looked
That's
under
not.
my bed. I screamed.
Jeez, that sound effect.
I ran away while he tried to crawl out from under my bed. I ran to his house and rang the bell.
Why do you have like green skin?
His parents about it when they opened the door. Joey never came out of my house, so I called the police. His parents begged me not
This
to.
16-year-old lives by herself?
The police
I don't
found
know if
him
that's-
still in my room and arrested him.
No, probably not.
Apparently, he admitted this wasn't the first time he had hid under my bed. They also found pictures of me scattered across his room. The most
That's
disturbing one was of me
a
sleeping,
creep.
and it was taken from inside my room.
Ooh. That is the most bland room ever.
I was typing away on my
still like-
keyboard when
This is the last story we're gonna do.
outside my
Next time we'll do another 5.
It sounded like just a random
And then
crack
what?
from the walls or something. It's unusual in this building, but
So before I keep resuming, I want to clarify this. So this is the last story for this episode, and then the next one is gonna do the same. Is gonna not the same 5. We just react to these. Another 5, and then the very last episode is gonna be short. It's gonna be only 4 stories. You know, 'cause, you know. Oh shoot, 14 stories. I keep hitting my headphones. Alright, let's
I
go.
didn't get too concerned about it. I resumed typing away and was once again interrupted by a sound. This time, the sound of a computer starting up. It caught me off guard. I was sure
This is my
that it
favorite
was working
soundtrack
night
for the
shift.
scary
I
stories.
stood up on my chair to get a view over the cubicle walls. The glare of a computer screen in the dark was visible in a cubicle on the opposite side
Nope.
of the room.
I mean,
Then I
it's
did
probably
something
just someone else.
I regret. I asked if there was anybody there in a yell, hoping to get an answer from a fellow employee. But instead, I saw the glaring light of the computer monitor across the room turn off, and there was once again nothing but
Cubicles
darkness
are so
inside of the
creepy.
room.
I don't know what I
started
find creepy
getting
about them.
nervous. I turned off the lamp and computer screen so that I wouldn't give away my position to whoever that was. I crouched down.
It's a
and
cube.
tiptoed
How would
out
he
across the
see this
nearby
well in a
cubicle.
cubicle?
There was just
No
utter
windows
silence.
outside.
I
Outside,
sat waiting for
no
something to
windows.
happen for God knows how long, but I eventually decided the
Oh,
coast
it's
was
so
clear.
creepy.
I tiptoed down
So
past
bad.
all
I
the
hate
until
cubicles.
I reached
It's
the opening near the exit door to the
creepy.
stairs and elevators, and that's when I realized that my fearful suspicion was true. There was a man crouched down behind a plant in the corner of the room, dressed in all black. I felt my heart sink as I noticed him, but it didn't seem like he knew that I noticed him. I turned
Nope.
back to the stairway door. There was no way I was going to wait for the elevator and take a chance. I casually opened the door and closed it behind me, proceeding to walk down the stairs. After making it down about 2 flights of stairs, I heard the door above me push open aggressively, followed by manic, echoing footsteps coming fast down the stairs. I
Very
raced
loud.
down the stairs, running as fast as I could, all while the footsteps above me were getting louder. I finally made it to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and out the front door. Whoever was in there didn't follow me. I immediately called the cops, along with one of my bosses. My boss said no one was scheduled to work except for me. The cops scanned the place from top to bottom. There was no one in there. I couldn't help them out with any description other than he was wearing all black.
It's so
I did
creepy.
continue to do the night shift for about a week after that, with my boss allowing me to lock all possible entrances to the floor, including the elevators. But I still wasn't comfortable with it. So ever since, I've been doing the day shifts.
Okay, that's fine. That's not as creepy. Cubicles at night, that would be really creepy, like being chased by someone. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll do the next episode, but, I don't know. But But this, maybe tomorrow or something, because tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. The next video. Bye.